How's it going, everybody? I'm DJ Ryan with Tah-Dah Productions. Thanks for tuning in to another video. This time I want to talk to you guys about how to build a killer light show on a budget. We're going to start as little as $200 and take you up to about $1,300 and really show you what you can do with all the stuff you see here in front of me. This is all Chauvet DJ equipment, and this is really what we're talking about. And all this stuff is for the entry-level guy and can be used for the advanced guy as well. The difference is all this stuff has sound active mode, built-in modes, all can be run with wireless IRC remotes, and can be done in master slave with short DMX cables between the two, so whatever this one does, this one's going to mimic, and so on and so forth. The other thing that we're going to talk about is what's best for you, an all-inclusive one unit or breaking it up into separates. Alright guys, so one of the things that makes all these lights here on this table pop is my Chauvet DJ Hurricane Hazer 2D. Now I highly recommend, if you're going to get into lighting, and especially if you're going to grow into stuff as much as you would see here, that you invest in one of these, and really if you're going to be doing lasers, because these things just don't have any effect without something like this other than some writing on the wall. So, Hazer 2D runs about $300. I'm including that in the $1,300 big package, so this would be part of doing that and making sure you have a killer light show. So, something to think about though, $300, and it's going to make all those crisp beams that you see in all my videos. So if you're wondering how I produce that, now you know I use a Chauvet DJ Hurricane Hazer 2D. Alright, all-inclusive or separates. Big bar IRC. I've been ranting and raving about this thing since I got it. You can see why it does so much, packs so much punch into one light. It's cool. It sits on top of a tripod so you can clamp other lights below it if you want to expand the show. It is the way to go for the guy who's just getting started and wants to have a pretty cool mixed show of different effects without having to learn about DMX or do it himself. About $600 for something like this, you know, and you're talking, you can show up 5 minutes, you're done with your light setup, and you're ready to rock and roll. Only drawback is the size of the area that you can use something like this in. You're talking about a 20 by 20 dance floor. After that, you're really going to start to lose the effect, and it's not going to have much more that's going to kind of just fade off into the background. So at that point, you really need to start stepping up your lighting. Here's the other advantage to going with separates over just a gig bar IRC. All these lights are stuck on here, so they do have to be used on this, but don't get me wrong guys, this thing packs a mighty punch, and it totally has its place where it's meant to be used. I've used it in combination with other bigger lights to fill in a huge area, so think about that as well. If you're just getting started but you're going to want to grow, maybe this is where you start and then you add these ones on as you get bigger. Alright, to cover the par, which is these bad boys here, the strobe, we use two color strip mini effects from Chauvet DJ. They're broken up into RG panels, and why did I go with this instead of a round? Well, these do runway effects and different effects, so if you do have it where it's kind of facing the crowd, they'll get the benefit of not just the color, it does different patterns and things like that, so it's actually a little more entertaining. The mini Kintas here are covering up the baby Kintas, we'll call them, on the gig bar IRC. It's the equivalent of like 4 to 1. There's 4 times the amount of coverage on the outside that this one has. So this one is focused on a small area. This is floor to ceiling, left to right, all the way to the back wall. For the laser effect, we really kicked it up. We're going to be running 2 Scorpion dual fat beam technologies in that signature hot pink case. And what these bad boys do is they are an aerial laser, so they are meant to go overhead, not shot down on the crowd, but they do like the liquid sky and all sorts of cool patterns up there. So it's a different effect than this one here, where it's just shooting the little stars, little dots, but it's a way cooler effect as well. But like I said, all these lights have their place in there, you know, where they can be used, and it's going to meet somebody's needs just perfectly. I'm just giving you guys options. The mini Kintas, if you're just getting started and you're like, man, $600 is a lot. Mini Kintas, you can pick up 2 of those for under $200. You're going to see here in the footage I show you, that's a great light show. Even invest in like a smaller, like just a fog machine for around $50-60 just to try it out and to see what it does. But let me tell you, if you like the way it looks in fog, you're going to love the way it looks in haze. For one, it's not as thick. It's not like this big, heavy, dense fog as it says on the machine. It's a light mist. It's a light haze. So it's much more pleasant for you if you have to stay in it all the night long, and for all your guests. And plus, it doesn't have as funky of a smell. It's cool to touch. Way more options. But like I was saying, $200 is going to get you the mini Kinta IRCs, or if you just want to do like a mini Kinta and a Scorpion, you're looking at like $300 for the 2, and then you have a cool effect laser for your dance floor, and you have an aerial effect laser. So mix and match. There's lots of options there. You can buy 2 Scorpion duals, 2 mini Kintas, 2 color strip mini effects, and a Hazer for $1,300, and you're going to have a killer light show, and that's what I'm going to show you here later on. And then tune in for the next video that I put up. I'm going to take all this stuff here with me and I'm going to go to a bar night with one of my buddies, DJ J-Ho. We're going to go down to Duffy's here in Chico, California, and we're going to do a bar night. And I'm going to take this out, and so the next one will really show you in an environment what this stuff looks like there. Alright guys, I'm DJ Ryan, Tah-Dah Productions. Thanks for tuning into this video. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Let me know what you'd like to see in the next one maybe, or what you have any questions about those lights. Hit me up, and we'll see you in the next one.
You gotta get your groove on, it's Friday night. You gotta get your groove on, it's Friday night. You gotta get your groove on, the party's underway, party's underway. So throw your hands up, throw your hands up.